Really think that he could, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I gave him my phone number and forgot about it. About 2 weeks later, I get a call.
Hi, everyone. Hollywood has always promised us a dream, a world of glittering premieres, heroic faces, and stories where good always triumphs over evil. For decades, we believed that the stars who graced the silver screen embodied courage, justice, and moral strength. They weren't just actors, they were legends, symbols of hope, and the values we wanted to believe in. But what if everything we thought we knew was a lie? What if behind the lights, the applause, and the glamour, there was a darkness Hollywood desperately tried to hide? Recently, a long-forgotten diary surfaced online, written by none other than Clint Walker, one of the most respected stars of 1950s Hollywood. At first, it seemed like a collection of memories, old films, friendships, and stories from the golden era. But as readers turned the pages, the tone changed. Walker wasn't just reminiscing, he was exposing the truth. Inside, he documented secrets that would shock the world. First-hand accounts of racism, cruelty, and exclusion carried out by the very stars we idolized. Names like John Wayne, heroes on screen, were allegedly complicit in stripping black actors of opportunities, dignity, and even basic humanity. This isn't Hollywood gossip. It's a chilling look behind the curtain, revealing a side of the silver screen we were never meant to see. To the public, John Wayne represented strength, patriotism, and moral certainty. Films like Stagecoach, 1939, and True Grit, 1969, cemented him as the ultimate Western hero. But behind the scenes, Walker described a man consumed by extremist racial beliefs. In a now infamous 1971 Playboy interview, Wayne openly declared that white people were the superior race and dismissed the struggles of Black Americans as insignificant. These weren't careless words spoken in private. They were public statements backed by action. Wayne reportedly refused to work with black actors and rejected projects that included minority leads. When Hollywood began cautiously opening doors to black performers in the late 1950s, Wayne pushed back hard, claiming diversity would destroy American traditions. He supported politicians who opposed civil rights and backed policies that restricted equality. Walker wrote that Wayne saw change as a threat, not progress. And as society evolved, Wayne's image slowly cracked. The cowboy hero remained on screen, but the man behind the myth grew harder to defend. Then came Joan Crawford, one of Hollywood's most powerful women. Known for unforgettable performances in Mildred Pierce, 1945, and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, 1962, Crawford ruled Hollywood with iron determination. But Walker revealed a side that audiences never saw. According to the diary, Crawford openly refused to work with black actors, rejected inclusive projects, and demanded script changes to eliminate black roles entirely. The most disturbing moment came in 1940 when Hattie McDaniel became the first black actress to win an Academy Award for Gone with the Wind, 1939. While history was being made, Crawford reportedly responded with disdain. She refused to acknowledge McDaniel's achievement and allegedly stated that she could never work with black people. During the filming of Humoresque, 1947, Crawford pushed directors to remove black characters from the script. As the civil rights movement gained momentum, stars like Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte stood up for equality. Crawford stayed silent, or worse, critical. Walker described her silence as intentional, a quiet resistance to a changing world. Next in the diary was Charlton Heston, a man often remembered for portraying honor and leadership in films like Ben-Hur, 1959, and The Ten Commandments, 1956. Walker wrote that before his later transformation, Heston held deeply conservative racial beliefs. He once declared that he would never allow black people to rise above whites. In a 1961 interview with journalist Edward R. Murrow, Heston criticized the increasing presence of black actors in Hollywood. suggesting it was unfair and undeserved. Beyond interviews, Charlton Heston supported conservative groups opposing civil rights legislation. Though he later expressed regret and publicly supported equality, many never forgot his earlier actions, proving that change does not erase history. The diary then turned to Betty Davis, legendary for All About Eve, 1950, and Jezebel, 1938. Despite her immense talent, Walker described Davis as deeply prejudiced. She allegedly believed black actors did not deserve leading roles, demanded scripts remove black characters, and reportedly refused to share scenes with them. During Now Voyager, 1942, she is said to have pushed for eliminating a black supporting role. Finally, Steve McQueen, star of Bullitt, 1968, and The Great Escape, 1963, reportedly resisted sharing heroic roles with black actors, including refusing to work with Sidney Poitier, reflecting an industry fearful of change. Then came Olivia de Havilland, forever tied to Gone with the Wind, 1939. Despite sharing the screen with Hattie McDaniel, Olivia de Havilland never publicly supported her groundbreaking success. When McDaniel won her historic Oscar, de Havilland reportedly dismissed the moment as insignificant, showing no acknowledgement of its importance. During the height of the civil rights era, she remained distant, disengaged, and silent, refusing to take a stand or lend her voice to the fight for equality. According to Clint Walker's diary, de Havilland was the kind of person who watched history unfold, yet chose silence over solidarity, a stark contrast to the bravery she portrayed on screen. Then there was Gary Cooper, another symbol of American virtue. Celebrated for films like High Noon, 1952, and The Westerner, 1940, his on-screen heroes embodied justice and moral courage. Off-screen, however, Walker recorded that Cooper believed Hollywood was not a place for black actors. His films minimized black roles, and he consistently rejected collaboration with minority performers. Yet his public image remained largely untarnished, revealing just how normalized discrimination had become in the golden era of Hollywood. Burt Lancaster, another titan of classic cinema, carried views that shock modern audiences. Celebrated From Here to Eternity, 1953, and The Train, 1964, Lancaster built a career as a leading man whose talent seemed untouchable. But according to Clint Walker's diary, the star refused to work with Sidney Poitier, claiming that black actors lacked mainstream appeal. In an industry that prided itself on glamour and heroism, Lancaster's choices sent a clear message. Black performers were to remain on the sidelines. Their roles were often shallow, undeveloped, or tokenized, reinforcing systemic racial hierarchies that Hollywood cloaked in art and prestige. Then there was Robert Mitchum, famous for his brooding performances in Out of the Past, 1947, and Cape Fear, 1962. Admired for his intensity and commanding screen presence, Mitchum's off-screen beliefs, as recorded by Walker, painted a far darker picture. Walker's notes attribute to Mitchum chilling statements suggesting that black people needed to know their place. He reportedly refused major collaborations with black actors and actively limited their opportunities, ensuring they remained peripheral in the stories Hollywood celebrated. Perhaps the most startling contradiction came in the form of Audie Murphy. A decorated war hero with over 30 medals, Murphy became an icon of courage and sacrifice. His film To Hell and Back, 1955, immortalized his bravery for audiences worldwide. Yet according to Walker, Murphy held deeply prejudiced views. He believed black people could not be heroes, neither on screen nor in real life. In a 1957 Hollywood Reporter interview, Murphy allegedly claimed that black soldiers did not deserve recognition for their heroism, despite their countless sacrifices. His war films, Walker wrote, consistently sidelined black characters, erasing their contributions from the stories he told. As Clint Walker's diary comes to a close, one uncomfortable truth emerges. Hollywood didn't simply mirror society's racism,
It reinforced and rewarded it. The studio system turned prejudice into tradition, masked it as legacy, and handed it down as part of the mythology of American cinema. But if we're brave enough to remember, share this video and let's confront the truth together. Only then can something better be built. Thanks for watching.